So after everything I just showed you with this, I stopped because I went ahead to take a look at, we're going to work on 40 next, but when you get to 41, they're showing you that there's the sticker that goes on, and it looks like it's going to cover the screws so that they're on permanently on both sides. Shows you putting the numbers and everything else. Well, I'm not convinced I will leave these plates on all the time. I kind of like the car without them. But the other thing is, I like to have things organized in such a way that if I want to make a change, I can easily do that. But by taking the sticker and covering up all the screws, it's going to be a mess, no matter how you look at it. Because if you decide you want to pull that apart afterwards, you're going to have to, cut around it, pull, and get the screw out. And the other thing is, when you're trying to put those yellow stickers that are down flat, it's going to go over the screw, and guess what? You often get air bubbles, etc., etc. So I was not a fan. So, let's go back to this step for a second. This is what I've done for those plates. By doing this, it means that I could get the yellow flat stickers down very easily. I don't have to worry about the screws, and you can see that I've made holes for the screws. One of them is through the 8. That was kind of unavoidable if you wanted this to look right in terms of the numbers being together. And you're going to see the screw that puts it on at the back. And the same thing applies to this side. You're going to see a screw hole. I don't care. I would rather have the ability to take these off at a later date than put it all on and then realize I don't like them, and now I'm kind of stuck because the sticker's even going to be a mess. So I have decided to do that as the plates because I'm changing the number, as you saw earlier. We're going to go with 88 as opposed to the 126 that the car has. So the plates themselves are finished. I'm not going to do this until we get to step 41, because then that whole thing's going to go on. So I'm just going to wait until 41 to put it on. So let's just go to step 40, and we'll attach the netting, and there's the tube for the aerial, so we'll get that on as well. So I'll pull all the parts together that we need. Okay, so I've got all of my nylon zip straps right here, the black ones. We want to make sure you've got those. I've gone ahead and done one side of it already. So we've got the netting in place. It's all tied on with the zip straps, and then you're supposed to cut the aerial tube so that it's attached to the side of one of the bars. But let's go ahead and do the other side here. So I'll grab the net, which you can see is going to end up looking like that. So if you can see the way I don't think it really matters how you do this, but what they were showing is that you're going to have this down below. We're going to twist and turn, and I think, let's say that's going to go, well, let's say there. We do this right, just make sure, and we'll go through the top one and through and pull. Now we're going to end up having to cut the extra off, but for now I'll just do it like that. Grab another one, same idea. We're going to go through, let's use that one. Oops, let's go that one. And then into the zip strap. Pull relatively tight. But I think one of the reasons they want you to do it that way is so that the square piece is below the roll bar and out of the way. But anyways, those are those two. And then it shows one more bit down below. Roughly, let's say there. Zip it in. Same idea. So there's 3, and I know there's another one that they want back here, so we'll do that as well, but I'll do the rest off camera and just sort of tweak it and cut the bits off. But essentially that's how you put on the netting. Fairly straightforward. Okay, I have tied everything down. I've cut off all the excess, so there we have the netting for our driver. So that step is finished. So we can now move on to step 41, which is attaching the race numbers. And we're also going to figure out the aerial as well. So I'll grab all the parts we need for this, and then we'll do 41.